I'm Andy Revkin, write a column for the New York Times online, otherwise called a blog, called .earth, since 2007. I've been writing about climate change since the 1980s, and my bigger focus is on ways to smooth the human journey in the 21st century. Like, how do we head through roughly 9 billion people by mid-century with the fewest regrets? That's my beat. That's my question every day. I've written about climate change a lot in the context of human development generally. We've been in kind of Zoom mode for 200 years, becoming a global force through this, we call it the Anthropocene now. But we've only really had the science showing that that's the case, that we're having global impacts, some of which are long-lasting. Extinction rates are long-lasting, climate change, for a few decades. And in the history of the human species, a few decades is nothing. So it doesn't surprise me so much that it's taking time to realize that. And the analogy I've had for this is that we're sort of like, it's like that point in your life as a human being when you're poised to move from teenage kind of exuberance to adulthood, where you're thinking more about the future, you're putting some money aside for the future, you're not just a here and now person, you become more widespread and have empathy, and so it's kind of like coming of age. It's like coming of age as an individual. Now as a species, we're sort of going through that same process. And I wrote a piece in 2008 saying it's like puberty on the scale of a planet. It's like we're going through puberty. And the question we have before us, which is what I'll be talking about in the next course, is what do we want to be when we grow up? What does that look like? It's like moving from a sprint, being a sprinter, to being a marathon runner. Changing the pace to a pace that's a better fit for a long haul relationship with the planet and with ourselves.